What's the outlook for the North Sea and its suppliers at the moment?
So it's a mature basin, we can't get away from that, but I think if you look at the west of Shetland, where there's, as I talked in my presentation about, the super majors are investing heavily in that area, deep water, it's a harsh environment, so you're going to be looking at some leading edge technology to work in that sector. So there's a big push from the big companies such as your Shell, BP, etc. to work in that sector, Total as well. On the remaining side of the kind of the east coast of more mature assets, I think there's a life still in these assets, but it's a much different approach to maintenance and philosophy, how you run those assets. And it's very much lean and mean is how the approach is there. Then we're going to move into decommissioning as well, which we didn't touch on this morning, but I mean there's then the whole late life asset model of how you run an asset down to you try and do as much preparation as you can before you COP, because that's when the asset obviously starts costing money and you can flip that quickly. So we've been involved in the BP Miller decommissioning this year, where we deconstructed the modules offshore and took the jacket away, and that's really the way we're going to go, as opposed to the kind of the big Shell took Brent in one piece onto the quayside. I think what you'll find is much more of a deconstruct collaborative model for decommissioning. So that's another area for us, late life, how we run the assets to the point of you flip it into decommissioning.
Not quite collaboration, but mergers and acquisitions. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've got in the pipeline, what's coming up?
In terms of mergers and acquisitions, I think what we've seen is an increase in private equity coming into the market. Again, there was a bit of a dip last year where the price wasn't picking up. We've seen some of the majors farm in, as I talked about in the presentation, so Spirit farming into Hurricane, for example. Those are the major players want to farm into new entrants, so we'll see some of that if that comes off. I think we've also seen infrastructure players come into the market, and they have a very different way of looking at it. It's all about throughput, minimising maintenance spend. So there's a definite change in the asset ownership, the asset stewardship, if you want to call it, which is changing the way we do our maintenance as well.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you've also been taking part in a number of one-to-one appointments today. How have they gone?
They've been really good, actually. We've had some good ideas from the supply chain, and one of the things I'm saying to the supply chain, as I talked in the presentation, is you need to come to us with some new ideas. We're having to go to our clients with those new ideas as well, and let's all try and be aligned. So there've been some really good, encouraging conversations, some different ways of working, and I'm looking forward to some more today and tomorrow as well.
And in terms of actually speaking at an event like this, how does that help you and as a company? I mean, you'll be noticed a lot more now. So.
Yeah, I think it's key that we're seen as supporting these kind of events. Petrofac are very committed to the UK and very committed to the EIC as well. So we're big supporters of the EIC globally, not just in the UK. So for us, this is important to be seen here, and it's important to give people access to a tier 1 when they're here. I know from my own experience that you can struggle to get into a company like Petrofac. So for us, it's to spend a couple of days face to face with supply chain and let them ask the daft questions.